have a graph, how can we calculate the equation of the graph from the given picture? So in this session, first I will solve one example of this type of thing, which I already covered yesterday, but still it's for practice. And after that, I will cover your doubts from PQ, and we can see your screen. So is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yeah. So first we will see that if we have a equation, and then how to plot a graph. Second problem which we will solve, that for our arbitrary graph, we will calculate the equation. Okay. Then we will discuss some important properties about the graph. Okay. After that, I will pick all of your doubts from your activity questions and practice assignments. So how many of you already solved your activity assignments and practice assignments?
Yes, ma'am. Like I solved that activity assignments, but not that practice one.
Okay, okay. So no problem. You can just have a look of this question. They are not that tough. Also in this session, we will solve some of the questions. Okay. Uh, okay, so let us start. I will draw two different graphs, and you have to tell me the equation of the graph. Okay, so this is the first task, and this is very important from the exam point of view. Okay, so you have to be very careful about the concept. Okay, so these are the two graphs. Let us first discuss about the A, this graph. So you have to tell me what is the equation of the graph.
Ma'am, x-intercepts give.
Okay, yeah. So this is minus 2.
X plus 2 whole cube into x minus 1 whole square.
So, so let us take it as a 1. Yeah. So are you sure this is the equation?
Into y-intercept, ma'am, that constant.
So what will be the constant?
+1.
Okay, +1 we have now. Any other? Okay, so let us calculate, huh? So the equation we can pick as some arbitrary constant which we don't know, and this factor will be there, x plus 2 whole cube, x minus 1 whole square. Okay, now our aim is to calculate the constant a. So last day also we have seen that p of 0 equals to 1. That means this is the y-intercept. Y-intercept is basically p of 0, right? This is our p of x. So what is p of 0? This is x into 2 cube minus 1 square, right? So basically 8a. So what will be the value of a? This is 1 by 8. Okay. Hence, what will be our final equation? 1 by 8 x plus 2 cube x minus 1 square. Okay. So this is the final equation. Is it clear? Yeah, if you have doubt, you can unmute yourself and ask. Okay, silence. That means it's clear to all of you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about the second graph?
X plus 5 into
X plus 5.
X plus 3
Hmm.
into x minus 1 whole square
Hmm.
into x minus 3 whole cube.
Okay.
Ma'am, after minus 3, there is also one more point.
And ma'am, the end we are both are in the negative approach.
Hmm.
So maybe the coefficient of A is negative.
Okay. So you have to calculate the coefficient of X. So how can we calculate the coefficient? Just now we solved this type of thing, no?
The y though the y-intercept is 1, so p0
So
is equal to
here
1.
there is one coefficient, and we can
Yeah.
calculate the value of the coefficient, right?
Yeah.
This is very important. Huh?
Yeah.
So P of 0 equals to again 1 again here. So it will be A into,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
And there is also there are 5 intercepts because after minus 3 there is
Okay.
also one more
Yeah, sorry,
intersection point with x.
I missed
Yeah.
it.
So that is it also
Just
x
one.
plus 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Huh. So this is the value of A, right? So what will be the value of A then? A will be some 15 into 27, right? Right? This is the value of A. Is
Yes.
it clear?
ma'am.
So what will be the
Sorry
final?
to interrupt you,
Uh-huh.
ma'am. Sorry to interrupt you, but can you explain it again? I'm standing a couple of minutes late.
Okay. So basically we have a graph and we are going to calculate the equation of the polynomial. Okay. So we have these factors -5, -3, -1, 1 and 3. So we have these 5 factors, okay, according to the picture. And then we have to calculate the y-intercept. That means the value of the arbitrary constant A. Okay. So we can calculate this with the help of this equation, right? P of 0 equals to 1. So we have just we are just satisfying this one. So if we put 0 instead of x, then we will get this one, and this is equals to 1. So from here we will find the value of A, which is this one. Okay. Then we will put this in the main equation. So the main equation will be -115 into 27 x plus 5 x plus 3 x plus 1 x minus 1 square x minus 3 cube. Okay, so this is the main equation. So so far it is fine for you, right? I mean, all of you are now comfortable with this graph plotting thing, and if you have a graph, then how to conclude the equation from the graph, right? All of you are comfortable with.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So yeah, what is the minimum degree? What is the highest degree here for this equation?
5, ma'am, first equation.
Yeah, 5. And
Ma'am,
second
this is
equation,
highest degree or minimum degree?
highest degree. Minimum
High.
highest degree. Minimum
High.
highest.
Actually, where we are calculating x plus 2 whole cube, it may be
Mhm.
x plus 2 whole 5 because
No, no,
the
no, no. I'm saying that it is minimum highest degree. Highest degree, but minimum. Highest degree of the polynomial. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if you just break this, then we will find a polynomial in this format, right? AI x power I, right? If we just break this brackets, then the highest degree will be, that means the degree of the polynomial will be the highest degree, right? Which is 5 here. 3 plus 2, 5. Okay. Yeah. And what is the highest degree for this polynomial?
8, ma'am.
Okay. So 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Right. And number of turning points for the A?
2, ma'am.
2, ma'am.
So this is 1 and this is 1, 2. And for the second graph?
5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. So all these things are fine with all of you right now. Okay. And like if you have problem, you can ask. But whatever I feel that you are now becoming comfortable with all these things, right?
Interruption,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
The questions will be asked like this.
Yeah. Like this is I'm not guaranteed it, but
Yeah. But
yeah, this is important from the exam point of view. Okay.
okay.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am,
Yes.
first of all, ma'am, why had you put ma'am y equal to 1, p of 0 equal to 1?
Because the y-intercept is 1 given here. Okay.
Oh,
Y-intercept is given here. This is 1. If it were, suppose if the value were 2, then we have to suppose it at 2. Okay. So it will change according to the y-intercept. Okay. P of 0 means the y-intercept. We are taking x equals to 0 here, right? And x equals to 0 means y line, right? So if we put x
yeah,
equals to 0,
understood.
that means we are calculating the value of the graph where the graph will at the intersection point of y-axis and the graph. Okay. That means the y-intercept of the graph. Okay. So whatever your y-intercept is there, you have to just equate it with p of 0. Okay. So any other doubts? Hmm? So all of you are fine with it, right?
Ma'am, both intercept here is y-intercept is 1. It may be in a negative side also, no?
Yeah, yeah. So
At that time we are
let us do one thing
this.
with yeah. So this type of thing also may be there. Okay. So and here suppose the y-intercept is -1,
So y
and
is
this
equal
is
to -2 at p is equal to 0. X is
yeah.
equal to 0.
Then we have to equate p of 0 equals to -2. Okay.
That's true. Okay. Okay.
And if in special case, suppose the graph is maybe passing through the origin, then your y-intercept is 0, right? So
0.
from here, yeah, we may not be able to calculate the value of the constant a from this type of equation. So in that case, we have to like consider the end behavior of the graph, right?
Okay.
Yeah, yesterday we solved this type of problem, right? So suppose this is the graph. Okay. So let me, okay. You guys have to tell me what is the equation of the graph, okay? Okay. So what is the equation of the graph?
First, x plus 3 whole cube.
Hmm.
And
X plus
then
X plus 3 whole cube into x into x minus 2
Hmm.
into x minus 3 whole square.
Yes. And the sign will be positive or negative here. Coefficient.
and we have here both are opposite direction.
Okay.
So
So
negative, ma'am.
if this is our px, so when x tending to infinity, px should be tending to minus infinity according to the graph, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So is it the case? This is not the case, right?
Yeah.
because we are getting positive from here. So we have to take a negative sign here, right?
Okay.
Now we have to cross check that when x tending to minus infinity, the graph should be tending to positive
Positive.
infinity.
Yes.
So now we will check whether it is satisfying or not. So from this factor, we will get a positive infinity. From this factor, we will get a negative infinity. From this factor, we will get a negative infinity. From this factor, we will get a negative infinity, right? Because of the power, right? So is it fine with everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Ma'am, one second.
Mhm.
Can you repeat this?
Okay, so we are taking x tending to negative infinity,
Ma'am,
right?
can you scroll up, ma'am? We can't see the graph. Okay.
Fine now.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is our end behavior from the graph, right? So the polynomial also satisfy the same type of end behavior, right? Now we are determining the end behavior from the equation. So in this factor, the power is 2, right? So if we
Yes.
take a minus infinity here, then minus infinity square will be a positive infinity, right?
Positive. Yeah.
Similarly, from here, we will get a minus infinity, right? Minus infinity minus 2 is minus infinity again. So this tending to infinity, then this x will be tending to infinity.
Minus.
And if x tending to infinity, that x plus 3 will be tending to minus infinity. And the cube will be again tending to minus infinity, right?
Yes.
So all over, if we multiply this 4 infinities, then we will get a minus infinity here. But with this minus sign, it will make a positive infinity, right? So this is the
Yes.
required thing.
By default, we are adding this minus point first.
Yeah.
This,
So we know the product rule, right? So we are just using the product rule here. If we have something even power, then it will be infinity. And if we have some odd power, it will be minus. I also gave the chart last time, na? So you have to follow the chart. Okay. So this is the special case. If the graph passed through the origin, then we can determine the sign of the coefficient in this manner with the end behavior. So is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, actually one side it is going up, other side it is coming down.
Yeah.
That part I did follow.
Yes. So this is the end behavior now, because when extending to infinity, the graph is going up, right? That means the graph is tending to positive infinity. And when extending to infinity, then the graph is going down, right? That means the graph is tending to negative infinity. So from this character, we can this is a mathematical expression of this graph.
Okay, followed, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Madam,
So
madam, that in the beginning minus y you provided, madam, actually. So there is no a value, right? So
yeah.
a value we are not updated. So minus how you update actually.
Minus I took for the end behavior because the end behavior from the graph we found, this is the end behavior, and we have to make sure that the equation should satisfy this, right? So if we had something positive coefficient here, then the behavior would be negative, like opposite to the graph. Okay. So you have to check the end behavior from the polynomial, whether it is satisfying this or not.
Okay, based on the power, just you assuming which sign it will come, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, any other doubts?
Can I ask a question from practice assignment?
Yeah, I will go through the practice assignment after this. So once all of you are comfortable with this, then I will go to the practice assignment.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Huh.
Ma'am, I have one doubt in this.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever our graph is passing through the origin, that is
Huh.
0, 0, at that time, it is slight little bit confusing between degree 1 and degree 3 for the x. The
Why?
power of 1 or power of 3.
Why? If
Ma'am,
we
I'm
have
not
something
understand.
like, okay, if we have something like that near the origin, that then the degree will be 3. If it will like that, then the degree will be 1. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Like
Okay.
if it
Okay.
is something like straight line in some close neighborhood of the origin, then the
Hmm.
degree will be linear. That means 1. Okay. And
Hmm.
if it is something like in and that type of curve,
Hmm.
then it will be cubic. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Madam.
Any other doubts? Huh.
Yes, madam. The doubt is like you have mentioned the minus sign here. That is the same one is the other way also asked. So how do you come to a conclusion this is minus before the equation x plus 3 the whole cube is there?
Okay.
In
You
the
just have to cross check it.
no, you as per the assumption, just please give me some time to tell you what is the
I
understanding
mean,
what I have.
okay. So
So
see, because you can, yes, yeah.
yes, you can continue, madam, please.
No, you can continue plus.
Yeah.
I will continue.
What I'm actually asking is the end behavior on the left side, that is in minus 3, it goes to positive. So the end behavior and the other side, it goes to negative. Correct me?
Yeah, yes.
So if it is x tending to positive, the p of x will be minus infinity. If x
Yes,
tends to negative, the p of infinity will be plus. Correct?
yes,
P of x will be infinity.
yeah,
That is very sure. The end behavior is very clear. And
yeah.
the doubt what I'm asking is why have you mentioned the minus sign here?
Because we have to maintain the n behavior, like the n behavior should be same for the equation and the for the graph, right? Because the equation is of the graph, so n behavior should be same for both of them, no?
Yeah.
Now, yeah. So when you are in the positive x-axis, so the graph is going towards the negative sign. Okay. That means it's an intuition. Na? There should be something negative with the highest power of x,
Okay.
which will lead the graph to go to the negative side when x will be tending to positive infinity. Na?
Correct. These equations are correct, but no, I'm not able to understand. Like, is it
Okay, so the main intuition is what I can say you. So if the positive side in the positive side of x-axis, if the graph is something in the negative direction, then there will be the constant term will be negative. Okay, and
Madam,
if this is in the positive direction, then the constant term will be positive. So this is an intuition you can.
madam, x
Yeah.
minus 3 square, that should have been, it is a quadratic. So x minus 3 square being a quadratic and being positive, it should have
Yeah.
turned from, it should have had an upward u. It is having downward u.
Okay, so that is why we need a negative sign. That is why we are adding this -1, no?
Acha, that's minus 1, okay. So
Yeah,
that will
that
be
is why.
applicable for all the this thing monomials. I mean to say expressions.
No,
That
so
negative 1 is
this is
applicable to
not
all.
okay. Yeah, like from the intuition, you can consider that if the ending is like in the positive side, if the ending is in the negative side of the y-axis, then there will be a minus in front. And if the ending is in the positive side like that, then the constant will be positive. So this is the intuition. Because we with the highest power, with the highest degree term, if there is something negative coefficient, I mean, if the highest degree term is huh, whether it is odd or even doesn't matter. If there is something negative coefficient with that, then only the curve can tend to the minus infinity when x is tending to infinity, right?
Okay.
Because
Okay,
infinity
madam.
power
I think that
n2.
minus is applicable to all the expressions. That means I can see that it is x plus 3
Huh.
the cube. That is also
Yes,
having a negative
definitely.
side. And
Yeah.
x which is there, then x is taking positive, x is doing positive. Then x at
No, no,
0 is going
see,
positive.
this is a whole equation. So if you want to take like this is in this downward direction, right? So there should be a negative in front of this x. You can take this negative. If you want negative in any other factor, so there should be factor like if you want negative, then you have to apply the negative with this too. So it will be cancel out, then it will be again something positive. I mean, all like the whole constant. If you take common, then if
Because
you multiply,
okay, it's that way.
then you will
Because the
get
thing
a
is,
negative
x
one.
is going positive way. That's why I was confused. So
No,
you are
no,
saying that we have
no.
to take a combination that way.
Yeah,
X was going
because
positive, then
it is the final constant, right? After multiplying all the coefficient, like there may be some coefficient with the x in the factor, right? So you here we are taking common all the coefficient, we are multiplying it, then we can find something like that. Okay. So that is why the end behavior is needed, because here this minus sign is needed. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So is it clear? I mean, is your doubt got cleared?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if there is no other doubt, then we can now move to the practice assignments. So is it fine now? Okay. Silence means maybe it's fine. So yeah. So what are the doubts in practice assignment?
Madam,
Did you solve
sorry,
the?
I'm sorry to interrupt. That the previous one. So then, what is the value of A, madam? So that area.
Here,
Yeah. So what is the value of A?
A is -1.
-1. So
Yeah.
that you arrived from the.
In
Uh,
behavior. Yeah.
okay. If you are multiplying the every time, so you are minus infinity to minus infinity.
Yeah.
So n together it will come final minus infinity as a
Yes.
constant term.
Yeah.
Then, but our portion is coming as per the graph. It's coming from the negative side. So
Yes.
so that's the reason you are taking here minus. But
Mm.
if you calculating, so if you put x is equal to 0, so earlier we solved to find out the a value. So
Yeah.
here why we not calculated like that actually?
Because from that equation we cannot get any value, no? Then it will be 0 equals to 0, right?
No,
It is
madam.
a
If you substitute x is equal to 0, so we'll
huh.
get a constant term, right? That only the a value, right?
Hmm.
So here 3 power 3, it's coming. It will come almost 27. Then this portion will be 0. And all are in product only. So then all will
See,
be
if
0.
you
Yes,
put
all will be
P of
0. Yes,
0, then here it is 0, right?
0. Yes,
And
yes,
if we
yes, yes.
put 0 in this equation, then again we will get a 0 for this x, right?
Okay. Yes,
So we
yes.
cannot conclude anything from this equation in this way. है ना?
If it is
But
passing through the
if we
origin,
know,
then A to be 0.
yeah, so it will be 0 equals to 0, na? So we cannot conclude anything, na? A into 0 is 0. So A can be anything.
But the end behavior is talking about a is greater than 0 or the
Yeah.
lesser than 0 based on at odd degree and
Yes.
even degree. But
Yes.
here the value is 0 means it's not matching with that whatever the explanation, right, madam?
We
So
cannot take any constant and 0, na? So we cannot take A equals to 0. But I mean, from this equation, we are not able to determine the value of A. That is what we are using some another process. And the process is just to check the end behavior so
okay,
that we can at least guarantee the sign of the
okay,
constant.
for here the a value is -1.
Yeah.
Okay,
It can be -2, -3, but for the simplicity, we will consider -1. And if we have some other point, suppose we know the coordinate of this point, then we can satisfy the point and also then we can find the value. Okay, this is another way. But if we don't have anything, any hint, then we can at least guarantee about the sign of the constant. Whether it will be positive or negative, we can talk about it from the end behavior.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, the equation of a line y is equals to mx plus c is binomial or trinomial?
Which one?
Y is equals to mx plus c, equation of a straight
Y
line.
equals to x plus c,
mx plus c, mx plus c.
mx plus c. So
Yeah,
this is binomial, right? Two different terms are there.
Ma'am, and if we take the y to the other side, then
What?
if we take the y is equals in the other side, 0 in the side of
Okay.
this.
Then what will be plus minus? Then this is not a polynomial, na? Then this become an equation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you are defining mx plus c as y. Okay. So this is an expression. This is a polynomial. So it will be a binomial. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So did you solve the practice assignments?
Not yet.
Okay. So any of you? Nobody has solved the practice assignments?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We just finished
Solve,
tutorials.
solve some questions, ma'am.
One by one, please. I didn't get. Mhm. Okay, so then I have to cover some question from my own because you haven't solved it.
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay. So, what about question 1? Let us start with something easy. Okay. So, what is the description given here? Let X be a number of years in 2000, and the total amount of profit on books in a shop is given by the equation. So, we have a total amount, equation of the total profit, right? And the shop sells book of 4 languages: English, Bengali, Hindi, and Tamil. The profit from selling English book and Bengali books are given by E and B, these two polynomial, okay? And also there it's given that the profit from selling Hindi and Tamil books are found to be the same. That means the HX for Hindi books and the TX for Tamil book are the equation of in this both case are same, right? That means TX Tx equal to Hx, right? So which of the following polynomial represent the profit for selling from Tamil books? Okay, so we know that this is a total profit, right? So T basically equals to E plus B plus T plus H, right? TM, let us denote
Yeah,
it
it's
with
easy.
TM.
Just you have to
Yeah.
subtract.
So then we just have to calculate the addition of polynomials. So it's easy, right?
Yeah. We'll go for
Yeah.
some tough one.
Yeah, we will go. So the second question is also easy one. You just have to do some conclusion. You have to find some values. Okay. Okay. Let us see the third question.
Ma'am,
Find the
can you
quadratic.
explain, ma'am?
Which one?
First one, it seems, ma'am.
Okay. So in the first question, the total is given, and E, B are given. We have to calculate T, and we know that T plus T and H are same, right? So we can express as T equals to English plus Bengali plus Tamil plus Hindi. Then in the next step we can do total equals to English um, total equals to English plus Bengali plus 2 into Tamil, right? Then we have this equation, and this equation. From this, we can calculate. We just have to do a addition and subtraction of polynomials. Then from this, we can calculate Tm. Is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So let us see the third question. Find the
Hello.
quadratic. Yeah.
The second question
Excuse
is
me.
the same method. No?
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Second one
I
just.
do not.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I do not able to access the previous session, so which is recorded.
You can go to the live section in the official YouTube channel. So in the live section, we will find this one. Okay.
Ma'am, some sessions are not on YouTube.
No, all the instructor sessions are there. I have checked it. Our session is also in the YouTube channel in the live section. So you can find it in the live section. Also, if any of you have the link, you can paste it in the chat box. So can you find that?
Ma'am, I send you. You can check.
What did you send?
Please check. So you can say.
It's a Google Drive. Any question is there, right? No, just go to the official YouTube channel. No.
Ma'am, these sessions are not on YouTube.
Which sessions do you want? TA sessions or instructor sessions?
Ma'am, TA sessions.
Okay, so for TA sessions also the YouTube live streaming are on, right?
Ma'am, I can check, but I do not find it.
Yeah, you can check it once, but you should find it on the online on the YouTube channel actually.
Okay, ma'am. I will check again. Then I will.
Yeah, yes. Please check it again. If it is not the case, then you can ask in the next session also. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you explain the second question?
Second question is in which year was the profit from Hindi book is 0? So we have if we have the profit equation, we just have to equate it with 0. Then we can compute about the year. Okay. So this is a simple question. You have to do it. You can do it. No problem in this. Okay.
That
So
is
what about
the Y-intercept, right, ma'am?
No, not Y-intercept, X-intercept. X-intercept, right? We have to equate the equation, like we have to equate the equation with 0. That means we are equating the y coordinate with 0. That means the x-intercept, right?
Y is equal to 0.
Okay, ma'am.
Y equals to 0
So,
means
if,
x.
so what are the values coming from x? It is a year.
Not
Yeah.
x.
Okay.
We will
0
find
is
some value of x, right? Then you
and
have to
0 is equal
calculate
to
the year.
2000. Yeah, 0 is equal to 2000 and whenever
Because
the x,
x
just
equals to
add
0
the
means
2000.
2000. Yeah. Then you have to add the value of x with the year 2000. Then we will get it. Okay. Okay. So anyone, do you have any idea how to solve the third one?
Just give some time, man.
No, you can just describe the method in which way you will solve. Anybody can unmute yourself and explain. Any idea? Just you have to share your idea. I don't
Madam,
want the solution right now.
maybe we have to do different methods. The first method, maybe we can do the product of x and x minus 1 and x plus 1. Then we can divide the below given polynomials, or we can. So here remainders also is coming, right? So
the thing is first correction which I want to make, that you you just said ki we have to do the product first, then we have to divide it, right?
Yes.
But if you do the product first, then you will get a cubic polynomial. And here we have to calculate a quadratic polynomial. Is it possible to divide a quadratic polynomial with a cubic polynomial?
Not possible.
Not
Yeah, so
possible.
that is clearly not possible, right?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
yeah. So we have to try with some another
So
method.
actually, I'm just express my idea
Yeah,
because
yeah, sure.
the remainder is 7, 14, and 8. It should be whenever we divide the with the x, the x coefficient part is should be divide, and the remainder 7. Every equation is plus 7 is available. So either it will be totally divide except 7, or for the 14 it will be you divide 7 but except 7 also remainder will be the 7, that was 14, and in the third case it will be the 1 plus 8 is 7. But the thing is that
Can I share my idea, ma'am?
Yeah,
Or
sure, sure.
else, check every option now, and which will get the reminder, and it will be the option, ma'am.
That is correct.
So your approach is correct, but if in the exam you are asked some this type of question, and it will take so much of time, right? So approach is correct, no doubt, but
So,
time taking, right?
yeah, so
So we have
almost 4
to do,
equation into 3,
yeah,
almost 12 times we need to do.
yes. So
ma'am,
what I
ma'am,
can, yeah.
the first expression, the coefficient 4 minus 3 is 1, plus 7 equal to 8. So the first equation will be remainder 8, and the last equation will be the 14. 4 plus 3,
No,
7, and then
we have to conclude with one equation, right? We cannot conclude with two equations. Okay,
so
so if we have, okay, I've seen your ideas. Now let me discuss my idea. So if we have to solve this type of thing, then we will proceed with general thing. Okay, so generally we have, if we want to do P by Q, then we had something like that, P equals to QQ plus R, right? Where the capital Q was the quotient and R was the remainder, right? So here, I don't know what is our P. We have to calculate P, right? So this is the quadratic equation we know. So first, what is our job? We can just take any random quadratic equation. And the standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c. That we all know, right? And now we have three different conditions. We will then put it. Okay, so we have P equals to, first our Q is x Q1 plus remainder is 7. This is our first equation. The second equation is P equals to x minus 1 Q2 plus 14, right? And the third equation is P equals to x plus 1 Q3 plus 8. So this is the given data. I did nothing more than that, right? Is it clear up to?
Yeah, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now what will be the next step? So these three equations are true for any x, right? So we can put x equals to 0 here. Okay, then we will get P of 0 equals to 7, right? And if we put P of 0, we will get C equals to 7. Okay, this is our first step. Now in this equation, what should we take instead of x? What is your intuition? So that
Plus
we
1,
can get the equation. What
plus 1,
what value should we take?
1, no?
1. Yeah, very
plus
good.
1.
1, right? So A plus B plus C equals to then 14, right? And we know the value of C. So we will get A plus B equals to 7, right? So this is our one of our equation. And here, what should be the value?
-1.
-1. So here we have A minus B plus 7 equals to 8, right? So it will be A minus B equals to 1. Now we can add this 2. Then we will find that A equals to 4, right? And B will be equals to then 3, right?
Yes. Yes.
So we now have A equals to 4, B equals to 3, and C equals to 7. So we can now match with it. So this is will be the final equation,
4x squared
right?
plus 3x plus 7.
Yeah. So this method is easy. This method is time taking and not time taking. And also you are just following the basic things, right? So is it fine for all of you?
Ma'am, will you explain it once again, ma'am? The last step, like x equals to 0.
Okay. So we have these three equations, right? And now our aim is that we need to calculate the value of A, B, and C from these three equations, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this equation is true for all the values of x in the domain. Now, so if we put some particular value of x, then also it will hold, right? So cleverly we can think about a value of x such that we can get an equation. So in the first equation, if we just put x equals to 0, then we will directly get the value of c, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, in the second and third equation, if we put x equals to 1 and 2 respectively, then this portion will be 0, right? So we will get a simpler form. So from this, we can calculate the values of A and B. So this is the basic underlying method. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am. But there is any alternative method?
Alternative methods are there. You can check with equation to equation, but all the methods are basically time taking. So
Okay.
you can solve in this method in less time. Okay. So I will suggest you to do this in this way. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what about the question 4? Do I need to solve it? I don't think you can solve it, right? You just have to calculate the volume, then you have to equate it. So you can solve it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What about question 5? This is also solvable, right? We have three different points on the graph. So we will get three different equation involving A, B, and C. And from that, we need to calculate the value of ABC. So it's just a calculation, right? So you can do it by your own.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What about the 6th one? This is also easy, right? We have to equate it, like remainder are same. The remainder is same in both the cases, right? So we know the equation that that means we will get, suppose this is our P1 and this is our P2. Okay, so we will get P1 by x minus 2 equals to P2 by x minus 2, right?
Yes.
That means we are just equating the equation. Both the
Yeah.
equation.
No, sorry. I was trying to say something else. So we know that P1 equals to sum Q1 into x minus 2 plus remainder, and P2 equals to sum Q2 into x minus 2 into the same remainder R, right?
Yes.
Now we will just do P1 minus P2, P1 minus Q1 into x minus 2 equals to P2 minus Q2 into x minus 2, right? Right? So this is the case we have to do. More simply, we have to calculate the remainder and just equate it. Okay, this is the procedure. So you can do it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So what about the next question? Let Rx be a polynomial function which is obtained as a remainder after dividing this polynomial with the polynomial 2x minus 3. Then we have to choose a graph for the Rx. Okay, let us solve it together. Okay. So you guys have to tell me what will be the Rx. So we have P equals to 2x cube plus x square minus 5 by 2x minus 3. I will give you 3 minutes. You have to calculate it and you have to tell me what is the value of R.
Ma'am, once check the chat, ma'am. Someone are saying something.
What is this? Who sent it? The last message?
What is this?
What is this? Okay, let us avoid it right now. Let us focus on the problem solving thing. So yeah, what will be the remainder? Anyone?
Just 2 minutes, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
Six x minus 5. 6x minus 5. Just a minute.
Any other?
minus 6 minus 5. Sorry, minus 6x minus 5.
Plus 4.
Ma'am, plus 4. Reminder is plus 4.
Okay, so we have 3 answers. So now let us check.
No, the first answer I'll give 6x minus 5 is not.
Okay, so this is not. So is it true?
4 plus 4.
Okay, so all of you are agree with 4, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here the RX is at 4. And yeah, this is true. So if we have equals to 4, that means a straight line, right? I mean, y equals to 4, that means is a straight line, right? So let us check the graphs. So what will be the correct option?
First one.
First one, right? Yeah,
Yes,
this is straight line
Parallel to
from.
x.
So So this was an easy question. What about 8 and 9? These are just from the basics, right? So you can solve it.
Yes.
So yeah. What about the next question? Okay, let us solve this question. So this is the box given here, okay? Just scan it. Also, you can draw it in your paper. Then we will solve the next questions, okay? So is it done? Have you drawn it?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay, so all of you are done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let us solve the 10th question. So what will be the value, value of the 10th question? We have to calculate the coefficient of x cube. What will be the coefficient of x cube?
Ma'am, can you please repeat the question?
15.
This is the picture, okay? And from using this, you have to calculate the coefficient of x square. So we got our answer 15. So is everybody agreed with this?
No, ma'am.
To calculate it. Ma'am.
Yeah, you have to calculate it with the help of this picture. Anyone, any other answer? Are you like finding any other answer? Do you have?
No, ma'am, explain.
Okay. So let us
125.
solve. 25. Okay.
125.
Okay. So yeah, I have noted it. So yeah, let us solve it together. Okay. We know that this corner is x, this is x, and this is also x, right? The whole portion, this is 7x. And if we just exclude this two portion, we are excluding this two portion, right? So what will be this, the value of this side? This is basically 7x minus 2x, right? Which is 5x. Similarly here, this total length is 5x. So again, we will exclude 2x from here, right? So we will get 3x, right? So what will be the value? 2x. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And the height is x, right? Height equals to x because we are taking x, right? So what will be the volume? It will be
6.
3x into x into
x
5x.
into 3x into x.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 15x cube. So the coefficient of x cube is 15, right? So 15 is the correct answer. Okay. So what is the coefficient of x square? It's
Could you
2, right?
explain me the same?
What?
Could you explain the last one?
Okay. So the height is x. This value is 3x. And this value is 5x, right? And you have to calculate the volume of the box. That means you have to multiply all the three. So we have x into 3x into 5x, which is 15x cube. Fine. So the coefficient of x cube is 15. And the coefficient of x square is obviously 0. Fine. Okay. So the 12th question is again a calculation, right? So I guess you can do it. So I'm not doing it. What about the 13th question? Scan the
Please
table.
explain, ma'am.
Which one?
13.
Yeah.
13.
So what is the 13th question? We have given four polynomials we have P, Q, R, and S, right? And we have H equals to this format. PQ minus RS plus SP by P plus P into Q square. Okay, so this is the question. And we have 4 polynomials, P, Q, R, S, and degrees are given here. And the condition is also given here between the degrees. Okay, so now we have 4 different graphs. So what is the question? So provide the information regarding some polynomial, which is the most suitable representation of H. That means we have the equation of H here. Okay, so we have to check what is the graph of H, like what will be the graph of H. Okay.
To identify
Okay,
the
so
HX, the degree.
Yeah. Because we only have the degrees given here, right? So we can think with the degrees. So we will calculate the degree of the polynomial H. Okay, so what will be the degree of H? What will be the degree of
Unable to
H?
calculate. Unable to calculate.
Okay. So degree of P is given that it is M, right? And degree of Q is N. So what is degree of PQ?
MN. MN.
M plus N. M plus N.
M plus N. M plus N.
Yeah. And what is degree of RX?
A plus T.
A plus T.
Yeah. And what is it in term of A, M and N? K means M minus N and T means 2N, right? So it will be again M plus N, right?
Yeah.
And what is SP? Degree of SP?
M plus T.
M plus 2N. M plus 2N.
Plus M.
Yes.
Yeah. So what will be the degree of this portion? PQ minus RS plus SP. So we have 3 polynomials. We are just doing addition and subtraction, right? So what we know that in this case, the degree is the maximum degree, right? And what is the maximum degree?
M plus 2N.
M plus 2N.
Yeah, so degree of this polynomial is M plus 2N. And what about this portion? Similarly calculate.
Px is
M plus N.
What is degree of P into Q square?
M plus N.
M plus 2N.
M plus N square.
M plus 2N.
M plus 2N.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So the degree is 2N here also. So the degree is same in both the cases. So what will be the degree of Hx from intuitions?
Straight line.
Because H is given, it's a polynomial, right? So you have to cancel it out. And the degree is same. Hence the degree of the polynomial H is 0, right?
Yes.
Degree of H is 0. Because we are subtracting the same thing to same thing. And if it is 0, that means it is something constant, right? That means straight line. One of you were saying straight line. So Hx basically is a straight line.
Straight.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is it clear? Can I delete the
Yes,
screenshot?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm deleting the screenshot.
Ma'am, explain it again, please.
What?
Ma'am, please explain it again.
I mean, you just have to calculate the degree from the upper part and from the lower part, okay? Then we are finding that degrees are same for both the cases. And from that, and we have that H is a polynomial. So from that, we can conclude that the degree of H is 0. And if a polynomial with degree 0, that means it is equals to a constant. That means it's basically a straight line, okay? So
there is 2 options are there, straight line.
yeah. No, this is one straight line and no more straight lines are there. We are finding just a constant, right? So this
Constant.
cannot be a constant, right? This first
Oh,
option.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Hx equals to some constant. That means the fourth option will be correct, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So next question. Okay, please read this one. And I guess this is quite easy. I mean, here we have two different process. First is single continuous process, which is W. W is probably the, okay, let us read it. So manufacturing company produces three type of products, A, B, and C, and one raw material in a single continuous process. This process generates total solid waste W. So WR is the equation for the solid waste, okay? Where R is the amount of raw material used in kilogram. If instead the company uses three different batch process to provide the above product, then the amount of waste generated because of the product, this ABC, will be WA, WB, and WC. Okay. So what is the question? What is the total amount of waste generated because of these three different process? So basically, we just have to add these three polynomials
Just
here, right?
add
Yeah.
this
So you can do it.
ABC, add the ABC.
Yeah, you can do it, right? And then what is the ratio of total waste generated by three batch processes and with respect to the single continuous process? Here also you just have to check the ratio, right? So you can do this, right?
The ratio is A plus B by the single process, no?
What?
The
Can you repeat?
ratio, what is the ratio of the total waste generated by the three batch process with respect to the
Okay.
single continuous process?
Yeah, that
The
means
ratio,
here from here you will get WA, WB, and WC, right? So here you just have to do this factor with respect to the
yes.
single process. Okay.
The
So
single
from this,
process.
from this you will find. Who is this dash? There is no name. There is someone in the chat box who is doing something wrong here.
Ma'am,
Do you
you
know?
can mute the chat, ma'am. So that's
No, I will not mute it, but we have to take a action against him or her. I don't know who is this, why he or she is doing this.
Can you please give me exit from this?
What?
You have the authority to, can you have the authority to delete him from this
No, I
class?
will not delete him. We have to take action against him. So
ma'am,
that
the
I'm not
previous one
deleting.
also, ma'am.
Yeah, I
Something
have
is-
seen.
yeah.
And I have the screenshot also for you. This is the warning. I have the screenshot and we are going to do something against you, definitely. So you just, all of you are, please avoid his messages, okay? Okay, so 15th and what about the 16th one? Here we just have to calculate something with the value, particular value, right? So we have the ratio, which is, I don't know what is it. So you can calculate the ratio. And the 16th one also you can calculate from the above two, with the help of the above two equation, above two questions, right? Okay, so can you do it? I guess you have enough hint for it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah. Please
Yes,
try
ma'am.
it
Yes.
on your own. Okay,
Yeah.
so 17th one, So again, you have to calculate the degree, right? So you can calculate the degree. I can leave it to you, right?
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt.
Huh?
Ma'am, I just currently joined the meeting. Ma'am, did you already solve the question number 5 of the practice assignment? Then I will
Yeah.
see from the live
Yes, yes.
recording.
Yes.
Okay, okay,
We
ma'am. Thank
solved it. Yeah. We solved the question number 5, right? I have doubt. So what was the 5th question? Let us check it once. Yeah, we covered it, right?
Okay,
I mean,
ma'am.
you
Okay,
can
ma'am.
with the value. Yeah. So what was the question? So 16th, I'm leaving upon you. And the 17th one also you can solve, right? We have to just calculate the degree. What about 18th one? This is also normal, easy questions, right? You have to break the brackets and just multiply. Then you have to calculate, like draw some comment about the coefficient and degree. So all of you can do that.
Yes, ma'am.
One, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
19th one is also same kind of problem, right? Like this one, right? So we have a square box and we have some values. From that, maybe we have to, we have to calculate the volume and we have to draw some conclusion. So that is, this question you can also solve, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I leave this for you? If you have doubt, then you can ask in the revision session. But after then, I want you to solve it alone. So
Ma'am,
can
these
you?
type of questions are somewhat tricky, ma'am.
No, not that tricky.
Confusing.
Why confusing? It's 10th level question, no? You have sides, you have all the data given here, and you just have to calculate the length, the base, and all. Then you just have to apply the formula. This is 10th level question. No? Why are you finding it confusing? So I guess you can solve, at least try to solve it. It is, if it is not happening, then we can discuss it in the revision sessions.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am, I'll try to solve. Okay.
Yeah. Try to solve it. Okay. So what about the 20th one? A curious student created a performance profile of his favorite cricketer as R. So R is the total run scored by the cricketer in X matches. And he picked 3 starting values shown in the table and tried to find the value of C if he uses the square sum error method. And then what will be the value of C? So using SSC method, we have to calculate the value of C, right? So you know what is SSC, right? Square sum error.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, let us solve it together. So what will be the, this is the equation, right? R equals minus x power 5 plus 6x power 4 minus 30x cube plus 80x square plus 70x plus c, right? This is the equation. And this is the values of x, number of matches. That means these are the values of x. So these are the y. These values of y are based on actual data, right? So we can calculate the values according to the equation, right? So what will be the R1? That means when we put x equals to 1, what will be the R1? This is suppose y1, y2, y3. Okay. So you have to calculate the value of R1. What is R1? Anyone?
Ma'am, R1 means the differentiation form of the R.
X1.
125 plus C.
125 plus C. So is it same for everyone? 125 plus C, right? What is R2? R2 means with the connection of x2. That means we will put x2 instead of x. That means we have to put 2 instead of x, then we have to calculate the value. So what is R2? What is R2?
Why that R1 becomes 125 plus C?
I didn't calculate it. Some of you has seen it, right? You have to
Ma'am,
put
284 plus C.
R2 or R1.
R
Hmm?
Oh, okay, ma'am. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's fine. 125 plus C.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what is R2? Someone of you just told me the value.
284.
Okay.
284 plus C.
Okay. And what is R3? You can use your calculator.
Plus C.
Some
Yeah.
calculator is not working.
What? Calculator
284
is
plus
allowed.
C.
284 plus C, R2.
Calculator provided in dashboard is not working properly.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Right now you can use your like calculator from your phone. Yeah, in the examination calculator will be provided, na? So don't need to be worried about it. R2 is 284 plus C, right? What is R3?
C.
Can you repeat? What is R3? What is R3? That means you have to put 3 instead of X. So what is R3?
This is calculating, ma'am. Calculating.
Yeah. Okay.
363, ma'am.
Can you repeat? 3?
363 plus C.
363 plus C. So these are the approximate values and these are the real values, right?
363 plus C.
So yeah, what is the error one? That means R1 minus Y1. What is error 1?
4.
5 plus C, right?
Yes.
What is error 2? R2 minus Y2, which
1
is
plus C.
1 plus C. And what is error 3?
2 plus C.
Ma'am, that will be minus 1 plus C, no?
Yeah, it may be minus 1 plus C.
Huh.
Yeah, R2 minus. No, we are doing R2 minus Y2, right?
Yes.
Minus 1 plus C. And what is then it is 2 plus C. So all the errors are correct, right? Now we have to calculate the SSC. That means we have to square the error and then add, right? C minus 1 square plus 2 plus C square, right? So now we can simplify it and solve it. So after simplifying, what are you getting? Tell me the simplified version, okay? Mm-hmm.
Three C square plus 16C plus 28.
3 square plus 16
C
C plus 28.
plus 28.
Okay, this is the equation. All of you are getting the same equation?
How 28?
Yeah, 28. So is it
So 30.
fine? 30.
30.
Okay, so from here we will get C square. Then we will get, from here we will get 10C
Ma'am,
minus
3C
7.
square plus 12C plus 30, ma'am. 12C.
3C square plus 12C plus 30. Yes.
So is it fine now? So from
Yeah.
here we will get plus 10, then minus 2 means 8, and then plus 4 means 12. And if here 25, then 1, 26, and then 4. So 30. Yeah, it's fine. So now we have the SS equals to this equation. So this is the equation of a parabola, right? Which is in the upward direction. So we can now calculate the minima, right? So what is the minima? The vertex, right? Which is minus b by 2a, right? Because we want the minimum squared sum error, right? So we will calculate the minima. So what is our b? It's 12, right? So minus 12 by 2 into 3. So what
minus
is
2.
the value? Minus 2, right? So is it the answer? You can check
Yes.
the answer, right? Minus 2 is the answer, right? So that is how we can solve it. Is it clear? Can I delete the screenshot or do you want to take? Yes.
Ma'am, if C is also given, yeah, ma'am, I actually solve a question related to SSC. Here, equation is x square plus 4. And
X square
I
plus
do
4.
it for same in this way, but my answer is getting wrong. I do it many times, but every time answer is same. But
from week 2 or week 4?
no, it's from PYQs.
Okay. So maybe you can check it once, or maybe there is.
Can
Yes.
you, ma'am, solve any question like that with yourself?
Yeah. So what is the final equation you are getting? The final equation is correct, right?
Yeah, no, ma'am. Here, just likewise, here C is not given, but in the situation where the whole equation is given, means every term is given. Means just like C is also given.
I mean, you have the
like
equation.
2 or 3.
Acha.
Yeah, complete equation. After this, I
Then
put
you have
x
to
value.
calculate the. You are getting a quadratic equation.
Yeah, I am getting a quadratic equation.
Then you have to calculate the vertex. Then you can get the minima.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am. For every SSC question, should we calculate a minimum, ma'am?
No, it's according to the question. Here they have asked to calculate the minimum.
They haven't asked here, ma'am.
No, because
Find the value of C. Yes, they have asked.
What?
Here in this question, they have just asked to find the value of C, ma'am.
Yeah, but we need the best approximation, right? So what is the equation? I mean, if we are finding the value from the equation, that means this is the approximated values, right? And with something unknown constant C. And here in this chart, we have the actual values, right? So when we are calculating the ACC, that means we are calculating the errors, like the errors between the approximated value and the actual value, right? So if we want the best fitted curve, that means we want the best approximation. That means the error should be minimum, right? When the error is minimum, then only we can find the best approximation or best fitted curve, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have something like that, if in the question they have asked you to calculate the best fitted curve or best approximation, then you have to minimize the error. In that case, you have to find the minimum SSE.
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a something like this is a process from something you can find the like list error. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
This is
But
kind
ma'am,
of
in this question, they
average.
are no, ma'am. In this question, they are not asking for the least error or something. No? They are asking what will be the value of C.
Yeah, but in order to what? We want R to be more perfect, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the like this is a feelings kind of thing, na? Here we want R to be more perfect, and we need to see in such a way such that R will be most perfect, right? So
Yes.
which way can we choose the C? When the error is minimum, then R will be more perfect, right? So we have to find the value of C such that the equation is more
Ma'am,
best. Yeah.
yeah, actually, the equation is in linear form, just like y is equal to 4x plus 15. And the value of x and y will, sorry, where is going? Y is equal to, ma'am, can you write? I give you the value of x and y.
Yeah. X. Y.
Ma'am, x is 5, 7, 9, 8, 10, 12. 12.
Okay.
And y is 37, 44, 53, 50, 57, and 64. Yeah. And equation is y is equal to 4x plus 15.
Y equals to 4x.
4x plus 15.
15.
Plus 15. Yeah, 15.
Okay. So suppose this is our x1, this is our y1, and let us denote it with r1. Okay. So we can make one more chart. X1 is 5, y1 is 37, and what is r1? 30, 35 or 37?
35. No? 4x plus 15.
37.
20 plus 35 is 35.
R1 is 35, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, x2 is 7, y2 is 44, and what is r2? 28 plus 15. What is r2?
43. 43.
X3 is 9, y3 is 53, and what is r3?
51.
51. X4 is 8, y4 is 50, and what is r4?
47.
47. Okay. X5 is 10, y5 is 57, and what is
55.
r5?
55.
55. And final, x6 is 12, y6 is 64, and what is r6?
63, ma'am.
63.
62 or 3?
3.
3. It's a
So what is
48
error
plus
1?
50.
R1 minus Y1.
2
Minus
square
what is
plus
the
1
value?
square.
minus 2, ma'am.
Minus 2.
E2 is 1.
E2 is 1.
E3
E3,
is minus 2.
E4,
Minus 3. E5
E5,
minus 2. E6 minus 1.
E5
E5
minus 2.
E6 minus 1.
So what is the SSE?
Sorry to
E2,
interrupt. E2 will be minus 1.
E2. E2 is minus 1, ma'am.
Yeah. Minus
E2
1.
is minus 1. Yeah, E2 is minus 1. So all the values are correct according to all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then what is the SSE? 4 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 2 plus 1, right? So what is the value? 5. 9 plus 1, 15. This is 2. This is 2 or 1? This is 4, right?
4.
Yeah. So 5, 5, 10. 12, 23, right?
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is
Yes,
it
23.
the answer?
Yes.
That
Correct,
means you
ma'am.
made some mistake maybe during the calculation, okay? So be aware of this small thing during the calculation, okay?
Yeah, ma'am, got it. Actually, I made a mistake.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So we solved the 20th question, right? So we only have the 21st question. So what is the 21st question? What is the minimum value of x coordinate of the point of intersection of the function these two? Okay, so you can solve it easily, right? So you have to calculate the intersection, then you have to choose the minimum one, right?
When calculating intersection, should we equate both equations, ma'am?
Yeah, yes. That means at the point, the value of the graph should be same. The point should lie in both the graph. So you just have to equate the graph, then solve it and you can find the value of x. And you just have to pick the minimum value so you can solve it, right? So maybe we covered the whole practice assignments. Now you can solve it by your own.
Ma'am, please do this one, ma'am. 21.
Yeah, ma'am, please.
Yeah, ma'am. Please do this.
21st.
Last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pretty simple.
X square minus 7x equal to 0.
This
X
is
is
pretty
equal
simple,
to
na? X power 5 plus 5x power 4 minus 7x minus 2 equals to minus x power 5 plus 5x power 4 minus x square minus 2. So this two term will be cancelled out. Then
minus 2 also cancel out.
yeah, minus 2 also cancel out. So minus 7 is equals to 0. So x equals to 0 or 7. So what
0
is the
and
minimum
7.
value? What is the minimum value? 0, right?
0.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
answer
Okay.
will be fine.
Means,
Yeah.
ma'am, intersect points, we equate both equation.
Yeah. For the intersection point, you have to equate both the equation.
So now we should write answer
Okay.
0, right, ma'am? Minimum.
What?
Minimum x value 0. That's it.
Yeah. Yes. Because the intersects are 0 and 7. So minimum value is 0, right? Any other doubts?
Ma'am, if there is a 0 and minus 1, then the answer is minus 1.
Minus 1. Yeah. You have to take the minimum.
Okay.
What is the minimum value they are asking, right?
Okay.
Just take the minimum. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Okay. So
can you Can you explain local maxima and local minima concept?
Local maxima, local minima means it's minima or maxima locally. That means, suppose we have this curve, okay? Hmm? So this is the local maxima in this neighborhood, okay? Because if we calculate this neighborhood in this portion, if we just considering suppose this portion, then this is the maximum peak, right? Right?
Yeah.
So this is the local maxima in this neighborhood, but this is not global, okay? This point is the
Yeah,
global.
yeah.
That means in the whole domain, this point is the highest. So this is the difference between a local maxima and a global maxima. Fine. Local maxima
Ma'am,
means
actually,
it's maxima locally. That's it. In some interval.
yeah, ma'am, I got the point, but actually, I am not able to compute minima and maxima from equation.
If you have quadratic equation, then for calculating minima maxima, you just have to check the vertex, right? But you have some general polynomial or any general equation, then for calculating the minima and maxima, we have to calculate the derivative first. Like suppose f is the curve for which you have to calculate the minima or maxima. In short, the critical points. So that for that you have to calculate f dash, means the derivative of the function, equate it with 0, then we will find some values of x, that means x-intercept, right? So x-intercepts, so these values of x will be the point of minima or maxima, and that means the minima or maxima. And if you want to find the minimum or maximum value, you just have to put the value instead of x in the main equation. Okay, so this is the way.
Okay. And can you give me an example?
Okay, sure. Suppose we have x cube plus 2x plus 1, maybe, or 5 or 4, anything. Okay. So what is f dash x is 3x squared plus 2, right? So what will be the critical point? 0.
Critical point.
That means 3x squared plus 2 equals to 0. So here we cannot find any real solution of this equation, right? So here we don't have any points, like any points we cannot find from this equation, but let us assume it -2, okay? Then 2 over 3 plus 1. So these are the critical points, right? Okay. Now you have to check which one is maxima and which one is minima. For that, you have to calculate f double dash x is 6x, right? So at the point 2 by 3, this will be 6 into 2 by 3, which is positive, right? So if at some point the value is positive, then it is minima. Okay?
Okay.
Opposite to the intuition. At the negative point, this is negative. So this is the maximum. Okay?
Yeah, ma'am, got it.
Yeah. And if you are finding something equals to 0, then we will call the point as saddle point. For this type of cases, we have to do the conclusion with something graphical method. Okay? I mean, intuitionally, we have to make some comment. So there is no particular process for that. So this is the main process. Maybe in your week 9, we will cover this in details. Okay?
Okay, I got it. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So any other doubt?
Madam, in lecture videos, there is a intermediate value theorem, but we're not able to see any problems related to that theorem. So
There may not be any problem. I mean, what is the intermediate value theorem? Even if we have a graph. And if we have a value a, which is something greater than 0 and which is something less than 0, then there is a point C in the domain such that f of C equals to 0, right? This is the IBP.
Yes.
So this is because any polynomial is continuous. So this is true for any continuous function. Okay. So you will learn about, what is a continuous function, right?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So basically, if you have any continuous function and suppose these 2 points are on the graph, okay? That means the graph is passing through these 2 points, okay? So because it is continuous, we cannot like remove our pin, right? We have to draw the graph in one stroke, right?
Yes.
So if we want to connect some negative points to some positive point anywhere, it has have to cut the x-axis at some point, right?
Yes.
This is the intermediate value property, that there will be a point. For that we will find the fx equals to 0.
Okay. But there is no related to that theorem. There is no problems. That's why I asked where it is using it.
Yes, it's actually a very important theorem in point of view, like for a continuous function. So because polynomial functions are always continuous, so we can like just highlight this. Okay.
Okay, madam. Okay.
Yeah. This is important in terms of continuous functions. And one more thing, suppose you have some graph. So from graph also you can conclude whether it can be a polynomial graph of a polynomial or not, right? Suppose we have this type of thing and we have this type of thing, suppose, and we have this type of thing. So among these three, which one is can represent a polynomial and which one cannot represent a polynomial?
Second one.
Second one is not a polynomial, right?
Yes.
And what about the first and third one?
It's a polynomial only, madam. It's a break, so it's break means second, third also not polynomial because there is no continuous.
Yeah, right. So if it is a polynomial function, then it's differentiable infinite times. That means there will be no sharp corner, there will be no breakage, right?
Yes.
So we will get something smooth without any sharp corner, without any discontinuity. So these are some things. Okay, so any other doubts? Did you solve your activity questions?
Did you solve the question number 19?
From?
PA.
Yeah, we have covered all the questions from PA. And okay, question number 19. So I have just asked the intuitions how to solve it. I left it for you to solve it. Please try it to your own, try to solve it. If it is not happening, then we can discuss in the revision session also. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, what about activity questions? Any doubts from activity questions? Though the questions are easy, you can solve it. But still, if there is any doubt, you can let me know. Or if you have to solve it, then also please at least clarify before the revision session. Okay.
Ma'am, from a graph, how we know that this is a function or not?
From the vertical and horizontal line, you know about the vertical and horizontal line test, right? I mean, if we have something like that, suppose, okay? This is our domain and this is our codomain, okay? What is the definition of function? That means for every input, we will find a unique output, right? For each input, there is a unique. So if we take this input from the domain, what are the outputs? See, this has cut the
Two.
graph at two different points, right? That means we
Yeah.
have two different output, this one and this one for this input. So this is not possible, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is called the
Okay.
vertical line test. If the line cuts the graph at one point, then we can say it is a function. Otherwise, this is not a function. Okay.
Then I have a doubt regarding one injective and surjective functions.
Okay. So what
Can
is
we
your doubt?
explain in this section or not?
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm a bit confused between 1 and on 2. I know the theory, but sometimes I'm not able to find it's 1 or not.
So the thing is, one function means so if it is a function,
Every input has
suppose domain and this is your codomain, then if it is a function, then this case is allowed. I mean, two points are going towards one single point in the codomain. This is allowed in a function, okay? But this is not allowed in
Actually,
the case of one function, okay?
yeah.
That means
Yeah, ma'am,
simply say,
actually,
yeah.
ma'am, actually, I think in week 1 session, sir defined some rules for 1 or 1 2, just like fx is equal to fx. Yeah,
Yeah,
x1 is equal not equal to x2.
X is equal
Yeah,
to
I
X.
am a bit confused between this.
If and only f of x1 is equals to f of x2.
Yeah,
Another
ma'am.
way, if x1 is not equals to x2, if and only if so this is the mathematical
Yeah.
expression. Okay. And the underlying
ma'am.
concept is that means for each point from the domain, you will find different outputs. That means images will be different. So graphically, suppose if we have a parabola like that, okay? Then for suppose for this point, okay, and for this point, sorry, for this point, if we just this is for this point and for these 2 points, this is the image. That means this is the image value, right? So this is the image for this point, and for this point also, we are finding the same image, right? That means we are taking two different points from the domain, and the image is basically same under the map. That means the function is not 1, right? And the graphical test is like horizontal line test. If you draw a horizontal line and if it cuts the graph at two different points, or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, then you can say that this is not a 1 function. And if it cuts the graph at one single point, then the function is 1. Okay?
Yeah, ma'am, we can say now the quadratic function is always not 1 function.
Yes. Yes. Because it will always represent a parabola, and for a parabola the horizontal line will always cut the parabola at two different points. So for 2 points in the negative side and the positive side in the domain, we will find the same image.
Yeah. And line of function is always 1 function, right?
Yeah.
We can say it now.
Yeah. Because linear functions means it will be a straight line, right? So the straight line can be like that, it can be like that, it can be like that. Oh, sorry. If you have straight line which is horizontal line, I mean some y equals to 4, suppose. Okay. So at each point of the domain, we are finding same value, right? So straight lines are 1, except the constant one. I mean, if you have to we have to find it in this form. If this is mx plus c, where m is not equals to 0, then we can find if there is a slope. I mean, when the slope is non-zero. Okay.
Okay.
If we have some non-zero
Okay.
finite slope for
Ma'am,
the slope straight line.
actually,
Yeah.
I'm observing that all the odd polynomials are 1, 1. All 1, 3, 5, 7.
Yes. Because you can also observe it from the graphical. Odd polynomials are something like that, right? So it doesn't have something like that.
Yes.
Even polynomials have something like that. So odd polynomials are naturally 1, 1.
1, 1.
Yeah.
Okay. If only a constant is given, it's not 1, 1, right?
No,
Yeah, in
because
some question I
constant means
saw
at
this.
every point of the domain, for every point of the domain, you are finding same image, right? So obviously it's not
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, actually in first week,
But it will
there's
on to,
something.
ma'am. Actually,
Yeah, it will on to, but depending
and
on
the
the range.
single
If
value.
the range is just the singleton set, then it is on to, right?
Yeah.
But if the range is whole real line, then it is not onto. So onto basically depends on the codomain. If the codomain is equals to range, then it is onto.
And then is on to.
Yeah. And if the range is subset of the codomain, then it is not onto, which is the like general case. Range is
There is
always
if there is a codomain, if there is any value which remain or not,
yeah.
then this is not on to.
Yes. Onto means we have to cover all the values from the codomain.
All the codomain values.
That means if we have any point in the codomain, we can find some point in the domain which is which is
Pre-image in domain.
functional value is which is pre-image of that point. Yeah. Vicky
Got it,
Thakur,
ma'am. Thanks,
you
ma'am.
want to ask? Yeah. Yes. Did you get it? I mean, your doubt?
Ma'am, can you tell this relation between the turning points and the degree of polynomials and the x coordinate and the degree of polynomial?
X coordinate of the degree of polynomial means?
Like when we are calculating that now, that number of turning points, it will give the odd or even kind of things.
Okay. So if you
Polynomial.
okay, so if you have like the highest degree, from that you can we can directly say about the maximum number of turning point. Okay.
Okay.
It will be one less than the degree of the polynomial.
Degree of the polynomial. Okay.
Yeah.
So turning point is equal to n minus 1. Like where n is the degree of polynomial.
Maximum number of turning point.
Okay.
Not
Maximum
exact.
number of turn. Maybe actual graph maybe the less than that.
If you actual may be less than, but this is from this one line test we can
Maximum.
say about the maximum number. But if you want to find the actual, then you have to consider the factors. So from the even degree, you can find one turning point, but from the odd degree and the linear degree, we cannot find the turning point, right? Naturally,
Yes.
what our
Yes.
intuition says. So you have to think about the graph for the turning point. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other doubt?
Hello.
Yeah.
Madam, is there any, in the beginning you told we will discuss on the important questions from the exam point of view. So the practice assignment question is the important questions for the exam point of view.
Yeah, that means in the first we calculated this some 2 or 3 examples, right? I mean from graph to equation and equation to graph type of thing.
Yes,
and turning point, highest degree, and end behavior. So these are basically important from the exam point of view. So you have to be very clear about the concept. That is why I covered so much about the concepts.
That was more important compared
Yeah,
to
this
the
is more important. From the graph, you have to calculate the equation and vice versa. And about the highest degree, about the end behavior. So these are really important from the exam point of view. So you have to practice it again and again, okay? If you missed the first portion of the lecture, maybe you had some statistic class, so you can also check it from the YouTube. It is being
No,
live
I
streamed.
was present, madam. I was
Okay,
present.
you
So
were present.
I left the statistics and I didn't hear actually.
Okay.
So
So
that is
you
why.
were present, then you know what did we solve. So
Yes,
these
madam.
are really important from exam point of view. So you can like take any random polynomials, then you can practice it by your own. Okay.
Yes, madam. And second thing actually, so one question among this and the other SSC will definitely come. Correct, madam?
Yeah, one question from SSC is mandatory kind of thing. So I will suggest you to solve the graded assignments from this portion. So yeah,
Yes.
graded assignments will be helpful for the SSC type of things.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, madam.
Yeah, welcome.
Ma'am, for statics, mock quiz is released, but for math it is not, ma'am.
What? Mock quiz?
Yes. For statistics, yeah, it is released, but for math it is not.
No, it is not yet released, but we will release it soon.
No, because we need some time to solve it, and then we can ask the doubt in revision
Yeah,
sessions.
I will ask our team member to release it. Yeah.
Okay, and the pattern will be kind of same with the main exam. This
Yeah,
quiz one.
it's kind of same. So some important tips means from week 4, these are the important things. These are the main concept you should keep in your mind. This is my suggestion. And SSC is really important concept. So there will be one question. Most probably there will be one question from SSC. So for that, you should solve the graded assignment portion. Okay, and you should learn the concept about this SAC. And if you know the basics, then you can solve it. The questions are in moderated level, so don't need to be worried about it. You just solve your all the assignments, then you will like find it easy in the exam. Okay.
And one more thing actually, how these concepts are helpful in data science.
See, mathematical basics are always needed, no? Because in to understand your further topic, you may need this type of concept to be clear, right? So this is the main purpose.
Which sections are more important compared to there are 4 weeks actually. So where should we focus more on?
So you should be very clear about basic mathematics. So all the portions are really important for you. Also, the graph theory portion is like specially important for all of you. Okay. But all the concepts are important because this is very core mathematics, like very basic. So you should be always very clear about these basics things to understand anything, like any science stream. Yeah.
Ma'am,
So all
day
of
after tomorrow, you will take the revision classes of the week 1 and week
um,
2.
I will not take.
Okay.
Probably Vishal will take. Yeah, week 1 and 2 revision sessions.
Okay.
Ma'am, for the qualifier exam on October 27th, apart from the 4 weeks course content, will they give any practice exams or anything for us to prepare for the exam?
Like, okay. So there, I am not very sure about it right now. Maybe there may be some question, but right now there is no plan to give some this type of question. So maybe you can ask Vishal in the next session about that. He might have some better idea than me about it. Okay.
All right,
So
ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Hmm. Any other doubts, question?
When will be your next class, ma'am?
The both that I will not take the revision sessions. So Samiksha and Vishal probably will take the revision session. Then maybe from your week 5, I will again start taking classes. So
That
I
means
want to,
after quiz 1.
yeah, probably yes, after quiz 1. So I also want to know your review about my classes. I mean, are you comfortable with my classes? Are you like,
Yes, ma'am. Your explanation all be you are the best teacher, I guess.
okay,
Yes,
that's my
yes. The
pleasure.
same
Because
here,
your
ma'am. Same.
explanation really suits for me.
Okay, so yeah, that's a really good thing for me. I also want you to, like, all of you to clear all of your doubts. So never hesitate to ask me anything where it may be really small doubt, but still never hesitate to ask this type of things. Your main focus should be over the clearing all the concept. So that is my aim too. I also want you to score very good in mathematics 1, and you also do some practice to do, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And this week 4
Ma'am,
content is complicated rather than the other 3 weeks.
Okay, so why are you found it like complicated? It's simple,
This
na? Why?
graph things,
No, so
ending behavior.
the graph things are interesting, na? Why are you thinking it like complicated? It's
I'm not
interesting, na?
thinking it as a complicated. I'm taking it as lightly, but still,
Mhm.
it's
Okay, so what my suggestion is, you just have to keep 2 to maximum 3 to 4 things in your mind, right? And I will suggest you to practice more and more with this. Just try to play with the graphs and equations, okay? So you will be more comfortable soon with the graph and equations. So these are really interesting, okay? Don't just complicate it. Just you have to remind 2 to 3 things, and using them just solve it, okay?
okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
The SMOS will be given on the
Mm,
on the system. No,
no. Discourse will not be given.
because during the week 4 induction, sir was saying that we have to use technology to understand the graphs.
Yeah, it's for your understanding maybe, but in the question, we're not giving to like provide you Desmos. You have to like use your own knowledge. Calculator will be there, but not Desmos.
Calculator, yes, I've seen the mock of the calculator. It is not that much friendly, exclusive friendly. Because we have to, just go to each and every number and take the number. But when you see a normal calculator in system, it is just, if you have the number lock, well, you can type it very easily. So
Yeah.
that is one, feedback I can give actually.
So, but you need not to use the calculator that much during the exam. I mean, we will not provide any that much bigger difficult values. So it will not be that much difficult to calculate something.
SSC, I believe it can be prepared.
For SSC, you may need, not necessarily. Well, I mean, for SSC also the equation and the expression and all the values we will give in simplest form so that like you can calculate it by your hand. But also, if you want, you can use the calculator too. So in the exam, we will not like it is a test for your knowledge in the subject. Okay, so we will not provide you that much difficult values. So not need to be so worried about it. Okay.
I have a general doubt. Right
Yeah.
now, we have got week 5 content released,
Okay.
and we have a coming exam on 27th.
Yeah.
So what we should do? We should like clear it off, or we should clear it after 27, since the deadline is 6th of November.
So it's actually depends on you. So
Okay.
So if you can like handle the pressure, then anyways your week 5 will going to start from November. So if you can handle the pressure to do it
No,
with
but
the
but
week 4,
in the portal, it is showing that 6th of the November is the deadline for the assignments.
Yeah. So after 27th, you have free slots, right? Like you don't have another exam
Yes,
after
yes, 5th.
27th.
No. So on result will be out on 5th.
Yeah, so from 28 to 6, lots of time you have to solve it, right? So before
Yes,
exam,
yes.
yeah, you can focus on your exam. It's like if I were a student, I would like to prefer the like to focusing on the exam before exam at least. So after the
No,
exam,
yeah,
Mhm.
no, same thing
From
because I have
28,
a mentor.
okay,
No, I have a mentor who is studying in the 4th year of this degree.
okay.
So he told the same thing. So I was not like sure what to do. So that's why I asked you.
Yeah, so if you want my suggestion, then I will suggest you to right now you can focus on your exam, week one, quiz one exam, and from
Mm-hmm.
28, it's all of for all
I
of
can
you.
try
You can start,
week 5.
yeah, week five, yeah. So you have plenty of time from 28 to 6th of November, so you can gather all the concept.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, if any doubt you can ask. Otherwise, we may also like I need your help for preparing for exam. I would like to request you to help. Obviously, I will help you, all of you. So um,
I
if
have
you
a
have any,
question from previous year.
okay,
Okay, and it is from the this one from equation of line, which I tried to solve, but I'm not able to solve. Okay, so this question is yeah, there are 2 points, P1 and P2.
okay,
Coordinates of P1 is 3 comma minus 2 and P2 coordinates are minus 1 comma 5 and line L1 and L2 are passing through point P1 and P2.
both the line L1 or L1 and L2 or respectively.
No, yeah, L1 is passing through P1 and L2 is passing through P2.
Okay.
Now they are telling that the x-intercept of line L1 is 1.
Okay. That means
And the,
the
and
point.
the
Yeah,
1,
from this line.
1 comma 0.
Yeah, 1 comma 0 is on the line L1.
Yes.
Hmm.
So and the angle between line L1 and L2 is pi by 2.
It is 5 by 2.
Pi by 2. Pi.
5 by
180 by 180 degree by 2. Yeah, yes.
2.
So we need to know like calculate where the L1 and L2 will intersect each other.
So we have this type of picture here, right? This is our L2, this is our L1, right?
Yes.
So,
like since we have given this angle, so we can directly assume that both of them are parallel, perpendicular.
perpendicular, yeah. So we have this type of thing here, okay? So
Okay, yes, ma'am.
we can calculate the equation of L1, right? Within the
Yes.
help of these 2 points.
Yes, ma'am.
And let us suppose this point as some AB, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Then using the help of these 2 points, AB and P2, L2, you can also calculate the equation of L2, right? Then
Yes.
we know the how to calculate the angle between 2 points. Like I mean the slope, right?
Yes.
So just calculate the slope and equate it with tan of pi by 2. Okay.
Okay.
So from that you will find some relation between A and B. So then you can, and another
Solve
equation
this.
A and B is over the line L1, right? So A and B will satisfy the line L1. So from this, you can
Yes,
find
yes.
one equation of AB, and from the angle, you can find
L2.
another equation of AB. Yeah. Then you have to just solve the two equation and find the value of A and B. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Any other doubt?
Ma'am, I have a doubt in assignment number uh, like 4 point. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry. 4.8.
Activity question.
It's like P of x square plus 5, that one.
In your activity question,
In week 4, yes, activity 4.8.
which one?
Last one, last. This one, 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7. Okay. So what is the question? Okay, you have a given equation and and S is the set of all x-intercept and R is the set of all y-intercept, the cardinality of x. Okay. So in the last question, you have to find the cardinality of set R. That means how many elements are in the set R. So you have to find the all y-intercept. So y-intercept means we have to calculate x with 0, right? Equate x with 0.
Yeah.
Then we will find P of 0 equals to 20, right? That means we have the y-intercept only 20. That means how many points are there? 1 point, which is 20, right? So what is the cardinality of R? 1, right?
1. Yeah.
Yeah. Clear?
And
Yes,
then
ma'am, clear.
x-intercepts will be 4.
Hmm?
X-intercepts as the set, find the cardinality of the set S,
X-intercept
it will
means
be 4.
we have to, no. See, here we have plus sign, right? Plus 4, plus 5.
Yes.
So is it possible to find any real root from these two
Yes.
factors? Not
Yes.
possible, right?
No. It will
X
be
squared
giving
plus 5
complex root.
equals to 0 will not
Will
give
give
any.
complex root.
Yep. That means the cardinality of x will be what?
0.
Yep. Let us check the answer. 0. Right?
Got it. Yeah.
Fine.
Ma'am, how will I find the y-intercept?
You have to equate x equal 0. Y-intercept means
Oh,
the
yeah,
point.
5 for the 20. Yeah, got it.
Fine.
And the set is cardinality. Okay, 0 because it will not consider. Okay.
Yep. So we will not find any real roots. So there is no point in the, there is no point at which the graph cuts the x-axis. So x-intercept will be, the set of all x-intercept will be a null set, phi of cardinality 0. Fine. Any
Yes, ma'am.
other doubt from activity questions or anything?
Oh, ma'am, not from my side.
Okay. So if you don't have any doubt, you can leave. Um,
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
yeah.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.